A lot of people have been asking me how to create quizzes and tests and homework and such that the students can do online in Moodle, and I know there are really sophisticated ways where you can save your questions in categories so you can find them later in the course or later in the semester, but I just want a quiz. So I've got maybe kind of a hackish way to do it, but it works for me. So go to wherever section you want to add it and add your activity. Look for quiz. The name can be whatever you'd like to call it. This is a homework for me, so homework due April 26th, and then you can have whatever description you want. Complete this homework by 11:59 p.m. on April 26th. And then the rest of this category, if you want, you can make it so that they can't get into it before a certain time or it ends at a certain time. I'll sometimes do that with my tests. For me, the most important thing is the category, because then it puts it in the right grade book, and you can change the number of attempts if you want, and then just save it. I know there's no content yet. Once you've saved it, then you can go back to it, and this is going to be due. If I wanted to, I could change the order. I click on it again, and up here you can go to edit the quiz. Don't edit settings, that'll just take you back to where you were. Edit the quiz, and I like to have all my homeworks worth 10, so I can change that. And then otherwise, just add a new question. Essay is pretty straightforward, so I'll show you multiple choice. And I have a question written and ready to go off to the side here. So the question name doesn't show up to the students, but if you want to find it later, it can be helpful. So I might call this one scaling, because that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to cut and paste something from my Word document I've set up off to the side to make this go a little bit faster. Default points don't matter because you can change it in your quiz in a second, so I usually just leave that at 1, and then you can put your choices in. And again, I could normally type these, but I'm just pasting them from a Word document just to save a second or two. You do have to give one of these full credit, or you will get yelled at by the program. Those of you who are doing the math as I went along know that this one's the correct answer, so I'll score it as 100%. And then I do have a fourth choice that I'm going to put in here. I just leave the fifth choice blank, it'll go away. If for some reason I had more choices, I could add them. Click Save Changes, and now I've got one question. Later on, I'm going to end up with 4 questions in this, and I'm going to want this question to be worth 3 points, so I can just click on that and change it. That's why those points don't matter. I can now add a new question. The new question I want to add is going to be a multiple choice again. This is going to be about symmetry. And which pentominoes have rotational symmetry? Again, the points don't matter. I'm going to allow multiple answers this time. I want to put an image in here because the students don't necessarily know what a pentomino is. That's easy enough to do. Click on the image, browse my repositories, choose my pentominoes image, upload the file. You should describe it to go quicker. I'm not going to. And since the licensing required it, I'm going to put the licensing information in here. Now, for this one, I want multiple choice. So what I'm doing right now is, because I forgot to do this ahead of time, is I'm writing down the letters for all of the pentomino so that I can give the multiple choices there. So down here, I've got multiple answers allowed, and F is not correct. So I leave them with no credit for that. There are 3 correct answers, so I is one of my 3 correct answers, so you get 1/3 of the credit if you get that one right. L is not correct. N is correct, and so just to show you a little correction here, I missed that the first time through, so there's actually 4 of these. So I can go back and change these. We left off at N, P, and then I can add blanks for 3 more choices. I think you get the idea of how this will turn out. I'm going to leave this question and fix it later, so this isn't right now. Oh, they want it so it can total up to 100%, so I need to fix one of these. So choice 1, this is wrong, but I'll fix it later. We'll make this worth 50 so that the students can get up to 100%. I'll save changes. I can change the point value if I want. If I want to preview a question, I can click preview to see what it looks like. But then if I go back out into my course, it's ready to go, and you can see what it looks like yourself by clicking on it. And I hope this was helpful. Again, I've got to fix question 2, but I think it gives you the idea.